At this time, I would like everyone to rise or remain standing as we stand together with the class of 2002 as Senior Emmett Lake leads us in the Pledge of Allegiance to our country's flag, followed by our national anthem performed by Senior Brooklyn Shell. Will you students please come forward?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets together, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you. Nice job. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It is my pleasure to welcome you to the commencement ceremony for the class of 2022. To honor the academic achievement of each graduate, please show your respect to the ceremony by keeping noise and movement to a minimum. To help with this, we have provided a live video feed of tonight's ceremony out in the lobby of the gymnasium. We ask that you take advantage of this opportunity if need be. I stand here to congratulate each member of the class of 2022 upon the successful completion of their high school career. Tonight is the ending of an era and the beginning of another for each of our graduates. Leading up to graduation and the graduation ceremony itself is a special time for everyone in the school community. This evening, you may notice several members of the class of 2022 wearing gold stoles. Would those members please stand? The gold stoles indicate that the individual is a member of the Woodland High School Beta Club and has maintained a B average or higher. Certain members of the class of 2022 are wearing gold cords. Will those members please stand? The gold cords indicate that these individuals are graduating in the top 10% of their class. Two members of the class of 2022 is wearing a purple and silver cord. Would those members please stand? The purple and silver cord indicates that these individuals are a member of the National Technical Honor Society for the Career and Technology Schools. One member of the class of 2022 is wearing a purple and white cord displaying a great seal of the Choctaw Nation. Would that member please stand? The purple and white cord indicates that this individual is a member of the Choctaw Nation tribe. This evening, several members of the class of 2022 are wearing a gold honor medallion with a yellow ribbon. Would those members please stand? The gold honor medallion indicates that these individuals are graduating as A+ students from Woodland High School. In order to be a designated A+ student, these students have had to attend a Missouri Department of Elementary and Secondary Education designated A+ high school for 3 years prior to graduation, have throughout their high school career maintained a 2.5 GPA or higher. They've had to have an attendance rate of 95% or higher, and they've had to perform 50 hours of unpaid tutoring or mentoring to other students and also maintain a record of good citizenship. This evening, I would also like to recognize 3 members of the class of 2022 who are wearing a red, white, and blue cord. Would those members please stand? The red, white, and blue cord indicates that these individuals have made the commitment to serve this great country in the United States military. At this time, I would like to introduce Senior Toby Sloan, who will offer the invocation for tonight's ceremony. Please come forward.
If everyone would please bow their head so we can open in prayer. Lord, thank you for this day. Thank you for everything that you've given to us. I pray that you bless this ceremony, and I thank you for the past 4 years that have led up to this huge moment in all of our lives. I pray that as each and every one of us walk across this stage, that you put your hand upon us and go with us as we leave this place. In Jesus' name, amen.
It is my pleasure to introduce students who will deliver tonight's graduation address. They are Salutatorian, Chloe Goodwin. Valedictorian, Addie Johnson. And Senior Class President, Allie Whitener. Will you students come forward?
Good evening, families, guests, faculty, administration, and classmates. I am truly honored to stand here tonight with our class president and valedictorian as we give our speeches, but we are definitely not the spotlight of the night. Every graduate here deserves great recognition and praise for the work they have put in over the years of being a Woodland student. We have finally completed the great chapter that started 4 years ago, and today we embark on another chapter of our lives. Just the other day, my grandma pointed out and said, "Do you realize that everything in life is like a chapter? You start high school, a chapter. You graduate high school and transition into college, a chapter. You get married and have children, a chapter." This makes me wonder, should we stop and focus on the next chapter of our lives, or should we take a look back on some of the best years of our lives as high school students? Paradoxically, this graduation is a moment to consider not only the future, but also to reflect on the past. No one can predict the future, so I prefer to look at the past moments we shared, our experiences in the deep well of our collective memories. When I talk about Woodland, the first thing that I tell people is definitely not how I learned the difference between an augmented and identity matrix in pre-calculus, although that may be important. But what I will tell them about are these people. These people that are up on the stage with me, the teachers and the staff, the people down in the audience, and most importantly, the class of 2022. Because they, the students along with the faculty, made Woodland the best years of my life. Each member of the class of 2022 has had unique experiences that brought us to this exciting moment. And it seems like just yesterday, I was hanging onto my grandpa's leg as he tried to leave me on the first day of kindergarten. The class of 2022 is one full of strong personalities. Looking back on all we have seen and done, I can't help but laugh at some of these memories because we made it here in one piece. Some of us were a part of making history in the girls' basketball program, with the first ever district championship and sectional win. Some of us got body slammed into a futon by Celeste after being called a crybaby. That was Allie. Some of us got a stink bomb thrown in our hotel room at FBLA convention. Some of us sprinted room to room, hiding from Braswell at the Beta convention our freshman year. And by some, I mean Callie. And some of us endured a Sunday night sleepover in the courtyard with everyone screaming all night. But that was just some of us. With a class size of 60, we have had no shortage of memorable moments together. Along our way, there have been quite a few people who have kept up with us. Our parents listened to our complaints and encouraged us to keep striving for the greatest. Our coaches pushed us student athletes to accept any challenges that came our way. Pastors have prayed over us every step of our journey. Teachers have greatly impacted us since we were young, and we are just beginning to realize. Every day there was a bright moment, with Lauren coming in the class offering her Cardi B chips, Miss J yelling at Benny and Devin for putting each other in chokeholds, and Coach Lynch whistling or singing through the halls when you passed him. The atmosphere that was presented at Woodland really felt like home, and it will forever be a cherished place. The past experiences we will hold on to as WHS alumni is our history. We made mistakes, we learned, and we grew. Many people see memory as an important part of who we are, as philosopher John Locke being one of the first to suggest that memory forms the foundation of our identity. After all, our experiences make us who we are, right? We are all shaped by our experiences in our lives, whether they are good or bad. Our thought process, mindset, attitude, aspirations, expectations, and social behavior are all altered or shaped by our experiences. Thinking of the fun times in high school is like a little magical box I can go to when I need an emotional boost. The moments that warmed my heart or made me laugh so hard that I cried. The recollection of our school in the future will be an uplifting subject, and I'm ever so grateful to have been in this school for 13 years. To my fellow graduates, the past years have made us more than friends. We're family. We spent countless hours studying for exams, encouraging each other when times got tough, and we made memories. Ultimately, I hope you all become the person you have dreamed of being, and I encourage you to not only follow the opportunities available to you, but to follow your heart and choose your own unique path. My family, friends, coaches, and fellow classmates, thank you for the tremendous support throughout my life. Now, we're just on to the next chapter. I love you all. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. When we asked Mr. Kinder at the assembly on the first day of school if we were his favorite class, he responded that he would know at the end of the year. I'd like to ask Mr. Kinder what he thinks of us after this year. I'm not really sure how to describe our class. We have always been considered the golden class, but I don't think that's how I'd phrase our class. We have changed so much over the years. Each graduate sitting here today probably has memories of the person sitting beside them from elementary and middle school. I know I have several. Therefore, when I thought about what I should talk about my speech, I thought what better topic than how our class has transformed throughout the years. First, I'd like to thank my parents for always supporting me and pushing me to succeed. I'd also like to thank Mr. Layton for being a great advisory father and role model. In kindergarten, I think our parents had a pretty good idea of how close we'd be. There are several of us sitting here today that started kindergarten together. We have changed a lot since elementary. Garrett was the fastest kid in elementary school. No one could beat him in a race. But second and third grade is really when our class dynamic would change. Damon and Celeste joined us. Our class would never recover from this. In every single talent show, you could always expect a singing performance from Trenton. My two personal favorites were Big Green Tractor and Old Time Rock and Roll. In elementary school, I don't think we ever knew how close we'd really be. I'm sure many of the graduates sitting here today have several memories that represent us as a class. For example, I'll never forget the day when Trenton ran up to tell me that Riley Massa was faster than me. Even though Trenton was right, I still wanted to choke him. While we as a class have changed, many of the aspects that represent us in elementary school still stand today. This class is like a family, and it started to form in middle school. Middle school is when we started to find out who we were. We found our friends, and we started having sleepovers. Celeste and Callie were banned from multiple households. In the 5th and 6th grade, every girl wanted Harley Ezell, and I'll never forget the first day of 7th grade. Tyson and Devin moved back looking like a surfer and a rapper. During this time, we really thought we had it all figured out. We found out in our 8th grade letters that we definitely did not. Gladly, we aren't married to the same guy or girl that we wrote about in the letters. Speaking of 8th grade, I'm not sure about the other classes, but we did have a lot of fun in Miss Kennedy's Algebra 1 homeroom. We listened to a lot of music that we probably shouldn't have been listening to. And everyone in that class knows I'm talking about Rodney Carrington. There were funny moments like these, but there was also a lot of drama that we were involved in junior high. I strongly believe that by overcoming it, it made us stronger as a class. At the time, we thought it couldn't get any better than 8th grade, but high school had something coming for us. Personally speaking, I hated high school for the first 2 weeks of freshman year. I didn't get to see you guys as often, and I had several classes without my friends. Although, shortly after this, I learned to love the activities that we got to participate in together. Freshman year, we won the homecoming spirit stick and figured out that we could hang with the upperclassmen in these activities. Beta trips were always a blast, and I want to personally thank Miss Braswell for dealing with us each time. The highlight of freshman year beta trip was definitely Miss Braswell chasing Callie throughout the hotel because Callie put toothpaste in many of the boys' shoes the night before. Freshman year also had its downs, one being losing the phone privilege at school. We can all thank Cecil for that. Moving on to sophomore year, I say that this was the year when we really gelled together. We were a part of a volleyball district championship and a JV basketball conference championship. We won the homecoming spirit stick again, and throughout all of this, we became a family. We also crowned Miss Harley Green as homecoming queen. Junior year proved to be a test for us as a class. COVID made a hostile environment at school and canceled or altered our dances and activities. We were lucky to have homecoming competitions, and Landon M&M Baker made an appearance in our class dance. He carried us to the win. Despite the hardships we faced, we fought through and once again made history for Woodland School. We were a part of 2 WIT championships and a volleyball district championship. Junior year, the Lady Cardinals basketball team made history by winning districts for the first time ever, and I'm proud to say that our class was a part of this. Due to this, I want to personally thank Coach Lynch for stepping in and always having a plan to give us the best advantage. You don't realize how appreciated you are. I also want to thank Lauren for never giving up on us and being there since day one. Moments like these made me excited for senior year. I don't think any of the graduates sitting here today ever thought that we would be seniors, let alone graduating. This year flew by so fast. Our class was a major part of a quarterfinal appearance for girls basketball, which made history. After this year, we can say that we won the Homecoming Spirit Stick 4 years in a row. I think this alone shows the diversity and participation that we have in our class, and that is something special. Whether it was Sam leading in the hallway decorations or Chloe choreographing the class dance, we always pulled through. Another plus of senior year was that Anthony moved back after leaving us in the 3rd grade. This year, there was also that infamous beta trip that put a black eye on our class. I thought about making a joke, but Mr. Kinder would probably keep my diploma. Although, I couldn't change anything about the senior year that we have experienced. I can't say how blessed I am to be in a class with so many people who love and cherish each other. We have stuck together through thick and thin, and I hope that we hold on to each other after this night is over. This year, we have experienced breakups, pain, and heartbreak, but all this does not change the love and friendships that have been created over a span of 13 years. It is true that we have changed since freshman year, but deep down, we are the same kids that grew up together. Thank you.
Hello all. Today is a very important day, high school graduation. For some of my classmates, it is one of the happiest days of our life, a day full of triumph and progression. For others, it is one of the saddest days as it marks an end of an era. For me personally, this day is bittersweet. I have made and been a part of countless memories throughout my high school career, let alone all of the ones I have made throughout my entire 13 years here. Thank you to all the administrators, teachers, coaches, and students here at Woodland High School for giving me the best 4 years of my life. I also want to thank my parents, brother, Lane, and the rest of my family and friends for being the best support system ever. Looking back on the past 4 years made me realize how fast it actually went by. While the days felt like they were dragging, the years went by in the blink of an eye. It feels like just yesterday we were all walking in to our very first day of high school as little baby freshmen, and now look at us, we are graduating. We have grown so much as a group and learned many hard lessons together. Everything we have done as a grade has molded us into what Woodland is today. Whether it be all of the homecoming weeks trying to get every dance move and artwork piece looking perfect so we can hold up the homecoming spirit stick at the end of the week, or all of the beta trips stressing out Miss Braswell because we are crazy, or the awesome community days participating in many different projects. I would not trade any of it for the world because after all, these memories are what makes us, us. The class of 2022 is known as many things. We are dedicated, involved, inspiring, fun, and sometimes wild. Many of my fellow classmates and I are involved in many activities, clubs, and sports. We strive for greatness and go after what we want. I think that is what makes all of my classmates so incredible and just another reason why I had the best high school experience. When I sat down to write this speech and thought of the many topics I could choose to write about, all I could think about was everything we as a class were involved in and everything we have done. Over the past 4 years, there have been huge successes within our sports programs as well as clubs. The volleyball team has won back-to-back district championships over the course of my high school career, as well as first place in the Woodland Invitational Tournament 3 years in a row. The boys cross-country team has been to state once, as well as having boys individually qualify for the state meet. The girls cross-country team has been to state 3 times and has also had girls individually qualify for the state meet. The boys basketball team won the Woodland Invitational Tournament last year, and the JV team won the SCAA conference 2 years. The girls basketball team won districts for the first time in school history last year. This year, they won districts again and also made history by winning sectionals. The cheerleaders have had huge success in getting the crowd involved and cheering for Cardinal basketball again. The baseball team won the Stoddard County tournament last year, and the softball team took second place in the Starter County tournament 2 years in a row. The track and field girls and boys team has had many athletes advance to the state meet every single year and bringing home hardware. There have been many students involved in clubs and activities that have won many competitions. I will have to say that forestry the past 2 years has been my favorite, but we are not going to talk about the state competition this past year, are we, Mr. Ridings? All of the memories I have from my entire 13 years at Woodland have been because of each and every single one of my classmates. They have made school so much fun, and I look forward to seeing how everyone's life unfolds and how each one of you blossom into the real world. I'll never forget when Riley Massa went through the volleyball net in volleyball practice, or when Caroline just so happened to faceplant in basketball practice. One of my personal favorites was when Trenton tripped over the hoverboard during our freshman year homecoming dance. I will also never forget when we were all singing during yearbook and listening to Jingle Bells, the fart version, and Mr. Kinder walked in and started recording us. We even made unforgettable memories this past week during senior week when we were playing water slide kickball. Over half of us flopped on our back while trying to kick the kickball, and somehow Landon and I got the worst of it. No matter what, we made memories every single day, and I could never thank you all enough for it. Thank you.
At this time, I would like to introduce high school counselor Ms. Joelle Mayfield as she addresses the class of 2022. Ms. Mayfield.
Good evening. I stand before you as one proud high school counselor of this graduating class of 2022. Before me, I see the faces of my students I've spent time with and gotten to know well over the course of the last 4 years. Who would have thought that when you began high school, you would have experienced a pandemic affecting over 2 years of your high school career? You have all gotten through these strange times and persevered to walk across this stage tonight as high school graduates, ready to enter the world of adult life and adult decisions. These 60 graduates have made a variety of post-secondary decisions, including attending state universities, community colleges, technical schools, entering our country's armed forces, and going to work as productive members of society. I direct your attention to the scholarships and awards insert in your program, where you will find individual awards listed. Those awards combine to a cumulative amount of more than $560,000 at this time, with scholarships and awards still coming in. I am so proud of all of you. I am proud to have watched you grow into young adults over the last 4 years, and am proud of all of you for your personal decisions made about your future after high school. I would like to take a moment to say my goodbyes to Woodland R4 and the Marble Hill community. I have proudly served this district for 14 years as its high school counselor. In 2008, Jennings Wilkinson saw in me a good fit for this school and community. I am grateful for the opportunity given to me to join this team, serve these students, and grow as a person and professional over the last 14 years. I had come from a larger school district and have truly enjoyed the Woodland family community that I have experienced in this school. To Jennifer Filer and Emily Johnson, the other 2 school counselors in this district, you two are the best. You give selflessly to your students every day and truly are the best in the business. I love you both and will miss you greatly. Our staff are amazing and our students are the best. 2 of my own children have been raised here and gone on to be successful adults. I attribute that in part to the support, love, and education they received at Woodland. I wish nothing but God's blessings and great things for this school and community. Thank you.
Mr. President and members of the Board of Education, I certify that these seniors have completed all graduation requirements set forth by the State of Missouri Department of Elementary and Secondary Education and the Woodland R4 School District. Would the first row of seniors please stand and come forward? Allie Madison Whitener. Garrett Christopher Koenig. Harley Nicole Green. Damon Michael Wayne Barks. Callie Ray Hutchings. Toby Lance Sloan. Lily Ann Long. Shelton Brian Hester. Addie Elizabeth Johnson. Harley David Andrew Ezel. Selena Nicole Sanford. Nathaniel Cole Ware. Emily Samantha Stewart. Nicholas Noel Massey. Justin Levi Greer. Emily Grace Rugley. Eula Leanne Henson. Landon Malachi Baker. Chloe Suzanne Goodwin. Lee Michael Masters. Denise Rebecca Harper. Cecil Ethan Abernathy. Celeste Gwen Englehart. Jeremiah Thomas Evans. Ava Mae Arnzen. Bennett Michael Eli Allen. Kaylee Renee Long. Devin Marshall Moyers. Mallory Lynn Miles. Trenton Matthew Braswell. Would the second row of seniors please stand and come forward? Allison Jean Story. Evan Troy Renicky. Veda Rhiannon Cornell. Emmett Cole Lape. Aaron Ramsey Sutter. Aaron Joseph Stouse. Riley Louise Moore. Nathan Cole Massey. Jesse Ray Welker. Riley Nicole Massa. Elizabeth Jolie Carlton. Emma Gabrielle Fox. Jessica Nicole Warren. Jordan Diane Easter. Anthony Cole Anderson. Courtney Danielle Smith. Amanda Page Hartline. Paige Paige Michelle Lape. Bailey Shay Wilson. Alexis Renee Cook. Travis Austin Holyfield. Zayden Elise Vaughter. Hunter Reed Kozicki. Madison Elaine Wells. Austin Riley Newell. Brooklyn K. Shell. Damian Alexander Gills. Samantha Kaylee Kornman. Dylan Emerson Baker. Would the first row of graduates please stand? I would like to introduce graduated senior Garrett Koenig, who will offer the benediction for tonight's ceremony. Will you please come forward?
If everybody could bow your heads. Thank you, Father, for just watching over us as we've been in our high school career, watching over us 13 years, however long we've all been here. Just pray that you go with us outside this school and be with us in our daily lives. I thank you for all the wonderful memories we've all made together. Amen.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to present to you the graduated class of 2022.